My name is Lotachi. I am the third child out of 5 children. I have 2 younger ones and they are in school right now. I really love my younger brother. He's like the light of my world, and I just want him to be happy.
Oh my God.
What else? Yes, I like playing volleyball. I play volleyball in my part time. I also like singing. I sing in the choir on Sundays. Yes, I sing in the choir on Sundays. I studied in school and I finished with a 2-1. I was the best graduating student. In fact, on the day of the ceremony, my dad was so proud of me. He bought me a car. Yes,
Will you keep quiet?
Yes, he bought me a car. I have a very proud father. He was very proud of me. Also, I got my first job after looking for a job for 5 years. I've looked for a job for 5 years and then I got a job finally. And I did very well in my job, and that led me to now get another job. And the job I got now is that's what is about me so far. Come on! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, and if you're a new subscriber, or if you're someone that has just clicked on this video or you're seeing this face for the very first time, welcome to my channel. My name is Lotachi Vanessa. I make videos every single week on YouTube here on the topics of beauty, lifestyle, how to make multiple streams of income, how to climb up the career ladder, basically inspirational videos and so much more. There's a little bit of everything on this channel, so it's one that I'm sure you would like to latch onto. If any of this is something you're interested in, click on the subscribe button down below and also click on the bell notification so that every single time I post a video, you will be the first to know. In today's video, we are going to be talking about interview questions. So guys, I know that we are in the era of COVID-19, we're in the era of a pandemic. There's going to be minimal physical contact. So these tips I'm giving right now would also work if you're someone that is going to have a virtual interview session. These tips are gold. Tell me about yourself. It's like one of the very first questions that an interviewer asks a potential candidate. So a little background story here. So I have been working in the corporate world for going to about 5 or 6 years now, and I have changed jobs twice. And in these 2 jobs, I got asked this question. And in fact, at the time when I was looking to change my job to the current one I am now, or when I was trying to transition from my first job to another job, I attended so many interviews that I wish someone actually called me aside and gave me interview tips, which I'm going to be giving you right now. This question is one that I always put aside. I always shunned it aside as one question that I thought I could answer easily, but I was always doing it wrong. And as soon as I got it right, it just made me realize that this sets the base for me doing well in all the interviews that I did. Because this question is usually one of the very first questions, and if you answer this question right, it either makes or mars your interview. So it basically lays the foundation for the rest of the interview you're going to have on that day with a potential employer. Also, before we start, you want to subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed, because I'm going to be doing a series of how to answer a number of interview questions. So you want to subscribe so that you don't miss any of those updates. But let us dive right into the topic of today. Ideally, the very first step for every hiring process is that the interviewer has seen your CV, they've looked at what you've said you've done, they've looked at how you've pitched yourself. The overarching aim of this question is basically to know whether you're a fit for the organization in terms of your competencies, your capabilities in terms of the job, in terms of your fit with the culture of the organization, and your personality and your person are in line with the organization. There's a few things that you should avoid, which I used to make all the time. They're not asking you to tell them about your life history. They don't really care what you've been through, all the hardships you've been through in life, the name of your dog, the name of your cat. Think about it like you are thinking about it from the interviewer's perspective. They want to know things that would mean that you're the right candidate for the position. At the same time, they don't just want you to tell them about all your achievements academically and professionally. They also want to see a little bit of your personality. You also need to remember, in the way you speak, the way you present yourself is also important. The way you set your points across is also as important as the answer you give. And finally, you need to make an impression. The very first thing you need to do when you're asked this question is you need to start from where you are and work backwards. So if currently now you're a senior manager, start from your position as a senior manager in the professional capacity and tell them about what you've done in your capacity as a senior manager. And after you've told them that, you now work backwards from there to the roles you held before, things you did in that role, then move on, keep going backwards, and then you finally land on, okay, where you studied, what you did, if that makes sense. Now let me give you an example of one, with myself as an example. Okay, hi, good afternoon. Okay, like you already know, my name is Lotachi. I currently work as senior consultant at XYZ consulting firm. In my capacity, I basically review management accounts, ensure that they are in line with what the management wants to see, what the exco members of the firm want to see. I basically also review numbers that are going to be released to the public space and ensure that they are in line with the regulatory guidance, with the regulatory requirements. Before I assumed this role, I was a consultant and I was in the strategy division of my firm. And working in the strategy division of my firm, I had a first-hand view of what management would like. I basically understood the needs of management, and I was basically part of my roles in this capacity was to understand the competition and what they are doing, and also to basically position ourselves in a way that makes us able to withstand the competition and to even outperform our competition. My role in being a consultant in my firm at this point 2 years ago greatly helped me to move on to a senior consultant, which I am right now, because the knowledge and the skills I got from there has greatly helped me to perform really well in this position. Before I started working in XYZ Consulting, I was a banker and I worked as a clerk in one of the biggest banks in Nigeria called Great Assurance Bank. In my capacity in this bank, I basically dealt with a lot of ad hoc reports. I dealt with a lot of operational data, and I think that working in the bank actually helps me to understand a bit more about the operations of the banking industry. I was able to learn from someone that just came out of school. I was able to learn very quickly, and in my capacity as an operations analyst in the bank, I was able to understand the operations of the bank effectively, which is what kind of gave me the platform to move to XYZ Consulting. Of course, I went to school, I went to university, and I studied accountancy as an undergraduate course. I studied this at the University of Cambridge. Came out with a 2-1 certificate award, and I was awarded the best graduating student. I also went on immediately after studying accounting in Cambridge. I went on and I studied a master's degree in international business. I decided that I needed to study international business after accounting because I felt like during the course of my studies, I understood that accounting was quite singular. I understood that the world was changing and these things were going to be, and the job of an accountant was eventually going to be automated. I also wanted to add to my wealth of experience, which has made me to study international business. And my international business studies was what propelled me to actually have the advantage over others in working in XYZ Consulting. If I put my mind to something, I am very sure that I would get that thing done. So my friends and my family realized that in me. And so if they were to describe me in one word, they would describe me as someone who is resilient, someone who is a go-getter, because I basically aim and go for what I want. In my part-time, I do a lot of other things, but one of them which I'm very excited to share is my YouTube. I basically go on YouTube and I make videos every single week talking about career and my insights to life. And I feel like this platform of YouTube has really grown. I've taken it like my baby, and I grew from 0 subscribers to about 4,000 subscribers in the space of 4 months, and that just shows you how resilient I am. And I have a lot of engagement on my YouTube feed. I'm also someone that loves learning new things. In my part-time as well, I teach the topic of financial management to the students for a small fee that I'm being paid. I'm happy to take any more questions that you and the team may have, but this is just a brief about and an introduction to myself. So guys, you can see that from that example, I have basically told them professionally what I do. I've told them the capacity of what I do. I've let them know the kind of people I work with. I've let them know that I work with management. That basically just shows them the level of professionalism that my current organization has placed on me. I also told them about my background in accounting, chipped in that I was the best graduating student without telling too much stories. I chipped that in. Also told them about my reasoning, about how I foresee the future, and how I decided that I wanted to diversify in my background, which was why I chose international business. At the same time, I let them know about my extracurricular activity, told them how much it has grown. I've told them about what my family and friends think about me. I didn't say what I think about myself. I told them about what my family and friends think about me. If you even want to add a little more, you can also bring in the fun parts to it. You can be like, oh, that you know that you sing in the choir in your church, but that people don't think you have a nice voice. Make them laugh, be memorable, make them remember you somehow, and remember you for what you said or what you did. Stand out from the crowd, basically. In a nutshell, I'm kind of giving them a taster into my world, a taster into who I am, a taster into the kind of things I'm capable of doing. This question, trust me, it has made and broken a lot of candidates. Like if you didn't answer this question well, trust me, your interviewers might not have anything more to ask you. Or if you answer it well, they may have more questions to ask you, and that might mean that you're going somewhere. But if you give them a rubbish answer in the first place, they may have no reason to even want to hear anything you have to say for the rest of the interview. So always just keep that in mind. Anyways guys, I hope you learned something, a thing or two. Let me know in the comment section what you think about my tips. Let me know how well you've answered this question or how badly you've answered this question in the past. Also, if you've not subscribed, like you watched to this point and you refuse to subscribe, please just subscribe. It's completely free. Yeah, subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll definitely see you guys in my next one.